I built a MOC as part of the latest Downfall RPG challenge. The setting is a few months following the Battle of Jakku, with the MOC being centered around a squadron of pilots with a starfighter. Rules include 4 pilot minifigs, 1 to 2 ground crew minifigs, at least 1 starfighter, and a MOC area with at least 400 studs. Anyone interested in joining the RPG, I'll leave a link to the Discord in the chat below. I built a hangar bay for the first episode of Remnants of the Empire, my brick film series, so I knew I wanted to try something a little bit different from that one. I'm going to use the New Republic E-Wing as my starfighter, as I'm a big fan of the build and the ship in Star Wars, and I want to see it used a little bit more often. For the MOC, I'm going to go ahead and start with this 32 by 32 gray base plate, since that ensures I will have the right number of studs and gives me a good starting point. I want to use a snot or studs not on top technique for the floor to give a little bit of smoothness and to save a little bit on some tile pieces. For the sidewall, I'm going to mostly just use some of these bricks and some headlight and snot bricks here with some of these vents and this hangar extended wire piece just to add a little bit of detail and greebling and make sure it's not a plain boring wall. For this back wall, I want to try something fun and use these 16 by 16 Technic plates that I recently got. I use tiles and jumper plates throughout, plus I put a few lights and vents on here to add a little bit of greebling and detail. The lights and the vents match the right vibe and the layout for this underground hangar that I'm working on. I also added these little circle pieces with the vents and internal lights to help with air ventilation and lighting the place up. And as anyone who's ever spent any time in an auto shop can attest, how important ventilation can be when working on cars, let alone starfighters. I attached the tiles on the top here and on the side using some of these little plugs just to cover up the pink part of the plates and to match the rest of the hangar, since it would look kind of weird just having pink spots popping out. And then I use these black plugs here that on 2 sides to connect the 2 plates together, and I'll just go and stick it in the spot in the back of the hangar. After placing the E-Wing on the hangar, it is a bit of a tight fit. It takes up a lot of the space. So I decided I'm going to add a couple of plates here at the bottom together and then just slide it in together with some of these cheese slopes to kind of balance it out and give myself a little bit more space to work with. I decided to use dark gray just to kind of differentiate the 2 areas, as this is the entrance to the hangar from the outside. I added some of these crates because what is a Star Wars MOC without crates? And this tool holding piece and this movable ladder that I put together, using a few extra pieces so that groundsmen as well as the pilots can get to the cockpit. Now that the build is ready, it is time to add some minifigures. In a secret underground hangar under a New Republic Airfield Base on Yavin, Senator Marinledare, the head of defense and military for the New Republic, unveils the latest addition to the Republic Navy, the E-Wing, bringing in his top-ranked pilot and 3 former Rebel Alliance pilots who stopped flying after the Battle of Endor, is hoping that the latest technology and ingenuity can bring back these pilots and convince them to join the New Republic's Navy as a career and help the battle against the remaining Imperial Remnants. The build and the lore for this was very fun to come up with and to build. On this end, I have a couple of engineers putting the finishing touches on the starfighter before it sees action with the group of pilots. The figure is also one that I just kind of put together using a conglomeration of parts and is actually going to make an appearance in the upcoming episode of Remnants of the Empire Part 3, the brick film series I've been working on that is in the works. Please stay tuned for that. I know it's been a while. This one's going to involve some stop motion elements. I'm really excited for it, and hopefully you all will be too when it comes out. Let me know down below what you think of this build. It's relatively simple, but I think it's pretty well detailed and has a fun little backstory. And instead of just building the same hangar bay like I built before, I think this gives a different look at it, since it is supposed to be kind of like a secret underground hangar, not one to be found. So let me know what you think down below. And if you are interested, I will go and link the Discord in the description as well for anyone who's interested with the RPG. If you are still watching, feel free to subscribe and like the video, only if you did actually like it. Both are free, and it helps the channel out with the algorithm and shows that people actually like these videos that I make as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all again next time.